Gemini Omni, the plain version. Yesterday, Google released a tool that changes what it takes to make a video, specifically for those of us who have never opened professional editing software. If you need a short, clean clip for a social post, a quick explainer lesson, or a pitch deck, you now have a direct route to get it. This is the kind of high-quality output it can generate from a single sentence. A medieval trebuchet, operating with accurate physics and cinematic lighting. We are going to look at what this model actually is, the immediate advantage it hands you, and the 3 practical habits you need to use it well today. Professional results are now accessible through plain English, shifting the requirement from software expertise to simple descriptive clarity. Start with the engine itself. Gemini Omni Flash is a single, unified model that takes whatever you already have, a text prompt, a photo, or a voice memo, and turns it into a finished video up to 10 seconds long. Google used to run a split kit, separate systems for video, images, and audio. Processing them separately meant the pieces didn't always line up. Omni folds all of that into a single node, reasoning across text, images, and sound at exactly the same time. Because it processes everything together, the visual details stay consistent, the lighting matches perfectly, and the motion follows the strict rules of gravity and weight. The engine understands how the real world works natively. As a result, the clips it hands back hold together like a real physical scene. Habit 1 is to start from one sentence, not a storyboard. You describe the final outcome. Looking at this prompt structure, you state the action, define the mood, like golden hour light, and name the soundscape, all in a single line. It is tempting to try and direct the camera by over-engineering the text with film school vocabulary. You don't need to do that. When you ask for a complex action, Omni's world knowledge calculates the physics natively. It knows exactly how the counterweight falls and the sling whips. Focus on describing a finished reality, then let the system handle the mechanical details. Habit 2 is how you edit the clip once it's generated. You do this conversationally, making strictly one change at a time. A common mistake is trying to fix 5 different things in a single breath. Instead, hand the model a single, isolated instruction. Tell it to dim the lights in the room, and wait to look at the result. Once that first edit lands, you add your next element. Asking for a recipe card snaps a new instruction block onto the previous one. Moving the camera adds another. The model remembers previous states, keeping your lighting and props exactly where you left them. Working this way feels like texting a friend who happens to be a professional video editor. Steering the video requires patience. Small, clear, sequential turns are the mechanisms that allow you to build a highly precise edit. Habit 3 ensures your edits land cleanly. When you make a change, you must explicitly state what elements to keep. If you only ask for an alteration, you risk scene shifting. The background might move, or a character you liked could unexpectedly vanish. To prevent that, you state both halves out loud. First, ask for the alteration. Change the sky to dusk. As this layout shows, you immediately follow that with the second half, and keep the character, the framing, and the music exactly the same. This is the specific in, specific out principle. By explicitly defining these anchors, your edit hands you back precisely the change you pictured, ensuring you maintain total control over the evolving scene. Let's look at the payoff for learning these habits. Picture a normal Wednesday afternoon, where you suddenly need a 10-second explainer clip for a presentation. In the past, that meant an hour inside an editing timeline. Now, you open the app, type one sentence, and 10 seconds later, you get a polished, continuous shot like this one. When the clip is done, you don't need external software. You can send it straight into YouTube Shorts, the YouTube Create app, or Google Flow for a longer session. You can also put yourself in the footage. By setting up a digital avatar once, you can drop a persistent version of yourself that looks and sounds like you into any clip you make. Notice this motif in the corner. Every video generated by Omni carries an invisible Synth ID watermark baked into the pixels. This creates a reliable trade. You can iterate quickly using these generative tools, while your audience has a clear, standardized way to verify the source of the media. And that is the entire simple workflow. Describe the outcome clearly, edit one change at a time, anchor what you want to keep. If you have been sitting on a backlog of unmade video ideas, you can now execute them today using nothing but plain language. And that is what this channel is for. Plain Bureau explains AI tools in plain English. No jargon, no hype. If you have a tool you want covered, tell us, and it becomes an episode.